I've got a 4-pound pork loin here. I've got some amazing seasoning that I made fresh earlier today. And I've got some great fruit that I picked up at the store. So today I'm making lemon pepper pork loin with Grilled Island Salsa. So right here I've got about a 4-pound pork loin. It has been trimmed up pretty aggressively. Almost all the fat's been taken off, just a little bit left. And that's what I want. I want to get the seasoning on the meat here. I really don't want any fat cap blocking that seasoning. So the first thing I want to do is I want to give this a good coating of salt here. Then I have some lemon pepper that I made earlier today. I'll put a link in the description to the video that shows how to make it, and also a link up here for you. Super easy to make. If you like lemon pepper, you can use this exact recipe or kind of doctor it up the way you like it. I'm just going to start sprinkling this homemade fresh lemon pepper on this pork loin. Try and get it on every exposed bit here. This smells so lemony right now. If you like lemon pepper, this is very easy to make. Hope you can see the dried bits of lemon zest in there. That nice yellow color in there. All right, this looks good. This is going to go in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes just to kind of let these flavors absorb into the meat while we head out to the Weber Kettle and start grilling up the fruit for our island salsa. So I have the Weber Kettle set up with the Vortex, probably a little more than half full, and I'm just going to start putting on pieces of fruit here. Today we're going to be grilling up some mango and some pineapple. We'll let these mango pieces go for a few minutes. Just want to get some nice grill marks and char on this. Look at that. All those sugars there on the outside, you get that nice little char. There's a lot of great flavor with that. These have just a minute more and then we're going to move on to the pineapple. Let's see how we're doing here. That's looking good. Every side doesn't have to have that deep char on it, so let's get these off and get the pineapple on. Try and fit everybody in here. All right, let's give our pineapples a turn here. We just want a light char on these. Some may get a little more than others because of their position on the grill. That's all right. Everybody's going to taste great. Let's see how we're doing here. That's looking good. All right, we're going to get these off, get them inside, let these sort of cool down a little bit, and we're going to get our pork loin out here onto the Weber Kettle. All right, so we're going to get our pork loin on here indirect. Get my temperature probe in here. Temperature's reading 44 internal, which is probably within 2 or 3 degrees. So I'm happy with that. Now let's get some wood on here to smoke this. I'm going to be using some cherry wood today. All right, the cherry's looking good. Let's get the lid on. So I'm going to set my bottom vent at 1/3 open. And my top vent is going to be at about a half open. So the temperature I'm shooting for today is somewhere in the 250 to 275-ish range. Want to try and hold it there. As for the internal temperature of the pork, it's ultimately going to go to 145 degrees. That is safely done for a pork loin. But at 120 degrees internal, we're going to take it and sear it, get some color on the outside before moving it back indirect to finish to that 145. So we'll check on it when we get close to 120. All right, the internal temperature is at 119. We're just about at that 120 to sear it. Kettle temperature is 270. Been holding pretty steady right in the 260 to 280 range. So let's go ahead and get this open and sear this pork loin. Looking good here. Just want to get my temperature probe out temporarily. We're going to give this pork loin a quick sear on each side. Just want to get a little bit of color here. All right, that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and move this back indirect. Get our internal temperature probe back in. See if we can get it right back in the same spot. Okay, so our internal meat temperature is 131 after that sear. We've got 14 degrees to go. Let's get the lid back on and let this finish up. Shouldn't be long at all. All right, we are at 1:45. Daylight is fading, so let's check this. That is looking really nice. Just want to get a check here with the instant read. That is looking good. All right, we're gonna get this off, get it inside, tent it, and we're gonna let this rest while we finish our salsa. All right, so while our pork loin is resting for probably 15 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and break down the pineapple and the mango for our salsa. So all I'm doing here is taking all my little pieces. I'm just gonna start breaking them down. It's gonna be a nice, chunky island salsa. Really great smell coming off this right now. All those sort of charred sugars on the outside, when you're cutting it here, it's being released. That aroma's great. All right, pineapple done, let's move on to mango. There are mangoes out here. And we're just basically gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna break them down into smaller pieces. Mango and pineapple ready. Let's move on to the rest of the ingredients. All right, so I have the pineapple and the mango in this bowl here, and we're just gonna add our other ingredients. We're gonna start with the juice of 1 small lime. Got about a teaspoon of lime zest, 1/4 cup of chopped cilantro, about 1/2 cup of finely chopped red onion. We're also gonna add a pinch of salt to this. Let's mix it up here. Let's give this a quick taste. Get a little bit of everything in there. Oh, that has just such a nice, sweet, refreshing taste to it. This is gonna be perfect. So let's move on to that pork. All right, here is our smoked grilled lemon pepper pork loin. It really looks good on the outside here. Nice crust, great color, smells good. But let's cut right into the center here and see how we did. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yes. Looking good, nice and juicy. Not overcooked. 145 is that temperature you shoot for in pork now. You don't have to take it to 160, 170. And this really works at that temperature. So I'm gonna cut up some slices. We're gonna plate it up, and then it's gonna be time to taste. All right, here are some slices of our lemon pepper pork loin resting on a bed of pineapple rice. All that is some rice that was made in the Instant Pot with some pineapple juice and pineapple chunks added, just to give it that little pineapple punch. But now let's get some of this island salsa on here. Just gonna put a little bit on top. Maybe a little bit on some of the rice here too. There we go. I am ready to dig in. I've been looking forward to this for a couple hours since I started cooking this. And here it is. Got a little bit of that island salsa with a piece of the pork here. And I'm just going in. Oh, immediate hit of that lemon pepper. That really comes through on this. Remember, it was a pretty heavy coating on the outside there when I went ahead and seasoned it. And let me tell you, it came through, it delivered on that lemon pepper flavor. And I've got some of the pineapple, some of the onions, some of the mango, and some pork. Sweet flavors, tropical flavors, go really, really well with pork. I did a video some time back where I called it Pineapple Pork Towers, where it was a very thick cut of pork loin done almost like a chop with an entire round of pineapple on top and a balsamic drizzle. That was awesome. Those flavors, like these flavors, just work perfectly with tender pork, cooked to 145, not overcooked. It's so juicy, so tender. Want a little bit of that pineapple rice now to try. Same thing. All those tropical flavors in the rice, not just from the pineapple that was added when we were making it in the Instant Pot, but from the salsa and the juices from that drizzling on top. I gotta tell you, with the pork, with the rice, with that salsa, this is just killer. So that was about an hour and 15-minute cook on the kettle for our lemon pepper pork loin. A little bit of time to grill up that fruit for our salsa. Some rice was waiting for us. Got a killer meal. No one's gonna turn this down. Give it a try.